everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Plague Inc. Evolved. And today is a special episode, but first of all, let me ask you to turn off any ad blockers, whitelist me, help me make a career. Just turn them off, just whitelist me, either way, so you never have to worry about it today. Today is very special because we are going to do the Necrovirus, the unclassified plague that early analysis suggests an extreme regenerative capability. Now, I've never in my mind really imagined what the zombie virus, that's what this is, would look like as a virus. I suppose this looks as good as anything else, as far as all of these visualizations of it. So, zombieism's a little bit different. First of all, it has its own little modifications here that for this last section, none of which I've unlocked, which indicates to me I'll have to probably beat this 5 times to unlock all these, but I might have to do it even more because I certainly haven't unlocked all the other default ones. So we have ATP boost, extra DNA, increases the chances of mutating, we don't want that, and increases the transmission, and then increases it in arid climates. Now, for zombieism, that there are actually 2 stages of this game, so it's going to be a very different way to play. I'm just going to call this one Zombies. Or, yep, Zombies. I hope I spelled that right, but that's what I'll call it for our first time. So, new Necrovirus. Zombies love to eat brains, and since, let's see, Saudi Arabia used to be called Mesopotamia, and Mesopotamia used to be the center of the world for all knowledge before it really went downhill, in my opinion. We're gonna start in Mesopotamia, Saudi Arabia. I could be wrong. Maybe Saudi Arabia wasn't Mesopotamia, but I think it was. So I'm going by my stupid knowledge, which is almost always slightly wrong. They learned so much, and then they kind of turned away from learning and went crazy. Zombies is a necrovirus that has extreme regenerative abilities combined with an aggressive metabolic demands, but most of its genetic structure is a mystery. So let's go ahead and look at what we're going to be doing. We have a very different setup on transmission. We have zootonic shift, which increases the infectivity and mutation chance that makes cross-species infection possible. Increases future research speed, so it makes it easier to cure. We have blood transfers, and then we have saliva, which increases the chance of infection through the contact of saliva. Interesting. We have a very different setup for symptoms. We have insomnia, which slows research, and we have hypersalivation, which increases the severity and the infection rate. Both of these options, these are only 2 options you have, increase the severity the same amount. Then we have cold resistance and hot resistance, and then something in the middle here. Let's see, it says it's cold resistance too, but I don't think it really is. So that's a little bit of a bug in this early access thing, is that it seems to say the whatever it used to be from from the last game. And then we have drug resistance, and then we have nothing here at the moment, but actually there will be something here at the second phase. So while this is zombieism as a disease, it has not raised any and will not raise any dead people back from the grave to infect and munch on the brains of others. So that is actually something that we have yet to do. That is the trigger for phase 2. So we want to, in phase 1 here, just infect everybody with the disease, and then make it so it doesn't actually kill anybody until most, if not everyone, is already infected. Now, it's kind of difficult to get everybody infected, so we are not really going for the usual win scenario of infecting the entire people and then getting total organ failure and killing everybody. We're actually going for infect as many people and then start the zombie plague and have the zombies eat and kill the rest of the people. So Goldman Stanley reported catastrophic losses today to a technical error in their random number generator. So let's see, we can do saliva 2, and we can do gastrical expansion through feces and vomit. Yay. We'll do that one, and we'll do saliva 2. Trying to get the infected rate up. Where would zombieism really start? More than likely, I'd say it would probably come out of a tribe in Africa where cannibalism and eating of the brains was likely in the first place. That would be my guess if it was going to come out any more specific. So I get saliva 2, and now I can do 101. So we're back to our regular thought. Try and get it to cross boats. But if it were a disease that had just sprung up anywhere, I'd say it could spring up anywhere. Some countries where guns were illegal or weapons were illegal might encourage the spread a little bit, but not a lot. It could probably spring up in Hollywood pretty well, because everybody in Hollywood would think somebody was just shooting a video or a movie and leave them alone or stand there and watch them instead of running out of the way. I could see that misconception causing some havoc. Oh, let's go ahead and put the drug resistance in. Almost missed that red bubble. We're up to 250,000, 400,000 now infected. It's spreading pretty well. So, genetic hardening can go that direction. It seems to be crossing airplanes all by itself. We don't have any air transmissions upgraded at all. Notice there's a little blackish tinge to this infection. So it's not going to turn the countries particularly bright red like most of the plagues. It's going to have a blackish tinge to it, representing the dead, undead as it were. Scratched my nose for a second. Almost missed some bubbles. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and do this, and then we can start doing air. since we started in a relatively warm country, it's probably a smart idea to upgrade the cold resistance. Canada nearly beat us last time. Almost beat us. We got all these little zombie viruses growing. So look at the brain here, it's getting redder and blacker. But we still haven't gotten anywhere. I forgot to do that. So this is still just a virus. It's very understandable that if the world got infected with some virus, if everybody got the flu, and then all of a sudden it mutated and had the traits similar, probably not exactly like zombieism, that'd probably be where it would come from. There is an actual disease. It is called plague, or no, not the plague, but rabies. If you get bitten by an animal with rabies, or even a human with rabies, then you do start to become wild and very, very thirsty, and then no, in rabies it's the other way around. You get very, very thirsty, but you also become afraid of water. It's because if you drink water, you will actually... Oh, this costs 7 points to devolve. Nope, I can't spend 7 DNA points to devolve that. So now I'm caught. So if you have rabies, it drives you to attack others and be violent, and you become dehydrated, and the cure, part of the cure would be, or treatment would be, to actually drink water, but you're hydrophobic, as it were. The disease makes you afraid of water, and it is the disease that is most like rabies, like zombieism. Yeah, rabies is most like zombieism, but it certainly doesn't bring people back from the dead and have them run around or have any extra strength or regenerative properties. Zombies as we see them in TV doesn't make a ton of sense, because slow down future research, slows future research, significantly slows future research. Alright, so I don't want delirium yet. We still have a lot of countries that need to be infected. We have been found out very early. When you look at zombieism, and as we see it in the movies, you basically seems to be a disease that the bacteria just completely 100% takes over the host body and causes and replaces it, really, and it's directly as a cluster of a disease stimulating muscles to move certain ways, or it is directly stimulating the nervous system to cause movement. It seems like the brain, the heart, the lungs, and all of that are no longer part of the biological system that is having this object move around. Mystery surrounds the postponing of the Olympics turn. The world is getting close to being infected, but we have countries, all kinds of countries that How am I supposed to get Greenland? We've hit the #1 problem. Greenland has closed its borders and its port. How are we supposed to infect it? We need Canada's infection rate to go up. We need, let's see, there's anybody in Japan? Yes. Check. Let's see. Obviously New Guinea, New Zealand is there. Do we get the Bahamas, Caribbean? Yep. So it looks like the only country we haven't got at this point is Greenland. The World Cup cancelled. The World Cup has been cancelled due to fear over zombies. That'd be a funny headline, considering. Right. Here we go. Cytopathic reanimation. Formation of complex neural structures enables reanimation of damaged cells and restoration of low-level vitals. Turn the dead into zombies. So here's the start of phase 2 right here. But if I wait a little bit and do psychosis, I'll slow down the research time and make them more violent. So you can, in theory, never even actually start zombies. But we're at 92% for the cure. Wow! I have not been paying attention to the cure at all. It is really, really easy disease to cure. We just mutated into zombies, and now it's time for phase 2. I'm glad we're even going to get to phase 2. Zombies begin to reanimate the dead. So here's what we need to do. We need one more DNA point to do a genetic reshuffle, and then we need to start bringing out some of these active abilities. So you have horde instincts, which means you can grow hordes and you can tell those hordes to go to certain places. We'll definitely need that for Greenland. You have autolytic delay, where the virus releases digestive enzymes called lysosomes, slowing the decomposition of the corpse. And then reanimation, which is an active ability that allows you to bring people who have died from the disease but didn't get turned into zombies back as zombies. So raise them from the grave. It forms this X pattern, or whatever you would call this pattern. Now, so all of the evolutions here are going to make zombies stronger, faster, better at killing. So what we need the zombies to do, we don't have a infected here. We have a zombies. So it is healthy infected zombies dead. So it's a whole new thing. Even here, they threw in another line for their terrible grass screen that they need to learn. Greenland here, we can see, is the only uninfected place. All the other places are infected, so if we are lucky, we can overrun them before they can cure the people. If the zombies are violent, they can kill them. Watch the numbers of the zombies grow. And so it doesn't matter that there's a cure. This is one of those scenarios where it doesn't matter. The infection's still spreading, and that's great, but also the number of zombies is going up. You're seeing the cure is being given to the infected people, but the number of zombies is going up. So somewhere around, maybe here if we're lucky, maybe even a lot less, will be our zombies numbers. And zombies turning people into zombies Faced with overwhelming evidence, governments confirm that zombies can trigger pathological aggression in corpses, but say that the situation is under control. So, it doesn't look like we're gonna win. We're not getting any DNA. You're not really getting any DNA for this. We've been stuck at 1. And the cure is being disseminated very, very fast. This is the #1 thing that feels unrealistic, is that just a cure could be disseminated as fast as it is. It seems like thousands and thousands of people every day are getting the cure. In response to the growing zombie threat, a powerful military organization called ZCOM has been set up. The mission: defend humanity from the dead. So now you've got the ZCOM people who are going to come out and attack countries with zombies and start killing the zombies. So what you want to do is usually make a horde and run the country, whichever country is housing ZCOM. I just got 1 DNA. We've got a number of dead here. They're dying because ZCOM is taking them out. We're at 6. Can we bring anything? Can we do anything? No, can't. Not at 6 DNA. So with almost half the world as zombies, it's fine. You might still win. Panic spreads worldwide as the authorities in Saudi Arabia failed to protect citizens from zombies. From the zombies. I called the disease zombies, so it's called zombies now. Alright, so here's what we want. We need this. We need this. So we have an active ability. Usually in the cell phone game it's down here. It's over here now. So if I collect a horde for my active here and then move it over here, they're just walking on the bottom of the ocean towards Greenland. I also need to go ahead and make a horde here and take out ZCOM as a base. We'll see what we can do with that. ZCOM grows stronger in Sweden. ZCOM has built up significant defenses in Sweden against the zombies. Citizens are preparing and ready for anything. Now we're getting zombie bubbles. We've got our infection here. The zombies just destroyed the Philippines. ZCOM has set up a new base. Where are they setting up their new base? So we make a horde, send it in there to take them out. So let's see, what else can we do? So we don't really need to increase the travel speed. Let's stop them from decomposing. Zombies are winning in Greenland. They're winning in Canada. They're winning pretty much everywhere. It's just being a little bit slow. So if we make them increase movement speed and all of that. Let's go ahead and increase movement speed. We want to make them stronger with another 11 DNA. So we're making them from just being regular humans who are acting aggressively to being super strong zombies. Insect numbers are increasing due to the abundance of corpses and they are adapting to feed on zombies, significantly increasing the rate of zombie decay. Oh, that is not a good thing. That means zombies are gonna start breaking down faster. They're still strong enough to take on the zombies, though the Z-Com people. You have to get really strong. Let's go ahead and try and prevent the decay. We don't want them all to dry up. A lot of dead people here. Not enough zombies. You gotta watch the rates here. You want the zombies to be able to take out the last few living people. Wasting a lot of DNA, sending hordes everywhere. No zombies whatsoever in this phase. No zombies here. Losing zombies here. So let's see. Stronger they become. Combat advantage for 19. Combat advantage for 15. They gotta win these fights. We're losing zombies. We're losing zombies. This is not what we want. We're below 1 billion zombies. That's not good. Almost none in Canada. They're decaying, they're getting defeated. Armed gangs raid Z-Coms in Angola. Armed gangs launch a major raid on Z-Com facilities. Losses sustained significantly damage Z-Com's ability to respond to the zombie threat. Let's see, so that's Angola. But there are no zombies in Angola. So let's see. And it's showing me the white sections. Those are the only countries that have active zombies. So 1,700 just got moved into Canada, and they're just dying. They're just getting mowed down. They're not strong enough. Defeating Z-Com is particularly difficult. The world is pretty bad off. Sweden and Angola both completely zombie free. Lots of countries have zombies still in them though. Let's see. Humanity is close to extinction, but not close enough. I think they're gonna survive. I need 15, two more DNA. That's the right choice. Is it? Who knows? Sweden. So 1,700 zombies moved to Angola, wasn't it? And none of them worked. That doesn't make any Did I move them to South Africa or what? I don't think I can afford to do that anymore. The zombie threat is increasing in the United States, so maybe if it will naturally just take over. Zombies are increasing ever so slightly in the country, in Finland, next to Sweden. So maybe if I just save my DNA, I can get the last few zombies to take out the last few humans. They're setting up a new base in Russia. There's a lot of people in Russia that need to be turned into zombies. Let's see. Let's try this. Watch as this black cloud you can barely see. So 917 zombies added to the mix in Russia. Not really helping when you're losing thousands and thousands. The necrovirus, zombieism, is a very difficult plague. Most definitely a very difficult plague to win with. It is possibly the plague that's given me the most amount of trouble in this game. Very possibly. It is also one of the most unique plagues with all its different symptoms and transmissions in different places and active abilities. So it's definitely one we will play probably more than most. The world is getting... You have lots infected and a lot dead, but more and more countries are getting added to the healthy list. So it's going to be a devastating thing, but it's not going to be that take out the whole planet. Remember, the disease was still around. People could be infected if they didn't have the cure. So you can have a 100% infection rate and then trigger zombies and have the zombies eat the infected people too. And ideally that's what you would want. We're losing our last couple 100,000, 100 million zombies. They're just so spread out. When we look at the other things, you can increase their travel time with this. You can increase the size of the hordes. You can increase how long they survive. We never got this. Let's see, how much is this? 11. This could pull you out of the fire sometimes, but isn't going to that much. Upgrading the combat advantage is kind of helpful, but not as helpful. Severity increased if everybody's infected and you just want to kill the people faster. Severity increased. Almost always I stick to this combat advantage wing, this side, because Z-coms pop up and they are difficult. We have this that increases infectiousness through body fluids. We have segmented genome, increasing the likelihood of a viable mutation during transmission, increasing mutations in other words. Blood is increasing infectiousness. And Zootonic Shift, well, if we had gotten that, we would have gotten like bird and sheep and insects, and then moved on from there to bird 2 and all of that. This is a standard. We didn't even get to a complex so far. I don't think we're gonna win. Let's go ahead and speed it up. There's nothing we can do. if I get 11 DNA before we lose, I could try and bring back some of the dead, because there is a ton of dead people. And if I could raise just a percentage of the dead in some country, there's a chance. Not a great chance, but a chance. I need 3 more DNA to pull that off. I probably need more than 3 more DNA, really. I probably need, I would say maybe 5 more. And the amount brought back from the dead can be increased with more upgrades. Another ZCOM base being set up. In a lot of ways, a plague with zombieism solves a plague a lot easier than most plagues, because we got it for some. So I need 1 more to use it. Now they can have a very justifiable reason to just shoot everybody. So I'm gonna use it on the United States here, if I get 1 more DNA. And so by having a great argument just to shoot anybody that looks even somewhat infected, they can kill out diseases a lot easier than, say, the common cold, because it would be ridiculous if some agency, government agency, wanted to just start shooting people for having the cold. That would be pretty silly. But if people started having zombie symptoms, I think most people would agree with that and be like, okay, shoot them. We can't save them. I am 1 DNA short of any chance of maybe bringing this back. If I get 1 more, I can bring back the dead from America. Maybe they will cross the border and get hit into Canada, get the infection enough that I'll get enough to bring back, say, everybody in China, and then send them off to Russia. So it's still possible. It's just highly, highly unlikely. There's nothing I can devolve. Let's see, if I devolved this, it would cost 7 points. If I devolve this, I can't even devolve them. Devolve this, it would cost me 7 points. So you could, if you got money back from devolving, devolve all these symptoms, but you can't devolve the zombie symptoms at all. This costs 7, so you can't get any DNA that way. It might be a good strategy to use some of the mutations to maybe make it easier to cure, but increase the infectivity or something like that for zombieism. Now, we have played the zombie plague really, really early in this game. By the time the zombie plague was originally released as an expansion for Plague Inc. on the cell phone, you had probably about a year to have played all the other ones and unlocked every single mutation and had a very good setup. So we're kind of at a disadvantage because we started a new game 3 years basically after the game came out. But this is the early access to the PC game, so that is a true experience for people who are just playing the Windows version and have never played the cell phone version. And even if you have played on the cell phone version, there's no way to transfer a save file over. We're down to our last 20,000 zombies. Those were my favorite zombies. I really, really liked them. They came to my birthday party and everything. Now I just want to hear a bunch of zombies singing happy birthday. Or saying brains in the tune of happy birthday. I wonder if I could get away with copyright if they don't say the words or the tune. I think you'd have to do also not the tune and not the words. I think both are somehow copyrighted in the ridiculous American laws, United States laws. So it'd be like brains, 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 brains. That's not the tune of Happy Birthday, but the tune of what they sing when people don't want to sing Happy Birthday. The one that goes Happy Happy Birthday, Happy Happy Birthday, something like that. I don't know, I can't sing. Well, we have no zombies left. Zombies to be eradicated. Humanity has survived zombies and the zombie apocalypse with almost everyone dead. The survivors will find it hard to rebuild civilization. So you'd think that this should be like a 50-50%. I wouldn't mind if there was a letter grade scale on this, and this was like a E or an D. But no, you just get the F of fail in the game, unless you kill everybody. Defeat humans fought to zombies and won. Zombies is no longer a threat. I shouldn't have named this one zombies. So I'd say if you got all 5, that would be a letter grade of A, then B, then C, then D, then F. And so I've gotten an F, where I really think I should have gotten that. That took us 1,337 days to do, and the cure came very, very fast, and we got discovered very, very fast. Major problems on both sides. If I had played slower, if I had infected a lot more people, a lot faster, then we would have won. And so, zombies has been eradicated because of Zcon. So, that stinks. That breaks our chain of winning games. So if we'd won, we would be doing the nanovirus next time, but since we didn't win, I think it's only fair that we, let's see, try bacteria on... We can either try bacteria on... Let's see. Brutal, and try and beat that, or we can try it on casual and guarantee a victory to unlock more things. And I think it's smarter next time to do it on casual. While I would love to try it on brutal and then mega brutal and start working down the path to unlocking cheats, it's not realistic that we would win. We still have a lot of things that we need to unlock. A lot of things that would have helped. Well, this evolution genes wouldn't have helped with the zombie plague, but every single one of these would. So we're gonna go through all of the plagues again on casual, because there's no reason to beat them on normal again at the moment. We'll save ourselves some energy, beat them easily on casual, we should at least, and thus by the time we get down back to Necrovirus, we should have some more mutations unlocked and have a better chance of winning on normal. After we win on normal, whenever that happens with the Necrovirus, we'll move on to the next one and the next one, and then we'll finally do Simian Flu. And at that point we will have played everything and be on our way down the path of unlocking everything we may have to play the zombie several times, we may have to play the nanovirus several times, we may have to play the bioweapon and the simian flu several times, so we may get a lot of extra episodes with these specialized ones where we only get a couple episodes on bacteria and virus. But after we've unlocked everything and beaten everything on Mega Brutal, we're gonna go do the official scenarios. So there's still lots and lots to do here. But that's the end of this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name, Rydo. That takes you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. If you want to follow me on Google Plus or Battle.net or Steam or Twitter, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.